guys, and I have something I want to talk to you guys about. So today was Apple's WWDC keynote where they talked about brand new software, no hardware, but software. And I want to talk to you guys about all the specifics that went into this new software release to developers. First, we're going to talk about iOS 10. iOS 10 is their platform for their iPhones and their iPads. And their biggest feature to this whole new platform is iMessage. iMessage is where there's going to be a lot of changes aesthetically as well as communication-wise. And you'll be able to communicate with your friends with more expressions, more emojis, more ways than you could possibly imagine at this moment. And they're probably going to add more as this time goes on before the release in the fall. Now, the big things that they're making mentions of is how you communicate. You can go and use your good old, what is this thing? With messages. They are going to be changing a lot of aesthetics as well as a lot of different effects that you can put into your awesome messages to your friends, including the ability to go and draw and take pictures and add animations, and also like and heart, just like you can do on Facebook, which kind of reminded me of the little new heart emojis and things you can do in Facebook. You can now do to text if you're in a group chat. It kind of would be weird if you did it with just one person, because it just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. The Messages app will have great new features of how you communicate. You can actually animate the text. You can also hide it for invisibility ink. And all these fun little new perks that you can do with your friends to mess around. And I think this is going to be the highlight feature of the whole iOS. The other features are really great. HomeKit, as well as a couple other few tweaks here and there, but I think Messages is the highlight feature of this whole platform, except for one, which is Apple Music. Apple Music had a full redesign and facelift, but did I like it? No. Yes, the original one was extremely cluttered. It was a mess. They kind of seemed like they rushed into making this app that didn't have any form functional. It was just, I loved the music, I loved the content, but how they organized it was pretty bad. And the execution of how it was delivered was also bad. Now this time around they tried to do it simpler, and it was too simple, I feel. There wasn't enough information being given to me. I love discovering music, I love finding new music, but as of what they showed me in the keynote, it doesn't seem like I'm going to have that same interaction and same discovery that I had before. Yes, I will still have the For Me thing, but the For Me thing was kind of an afterthought because, yeah, they have those wonderful custom playlists, but I want to know when new music comes out by indie artists or when other things come out where I can really find my favorite song without you guys catering to me, because sometimes those catering algorithms aren't the best. And I found that I like searching and I like the discovery part of going through all the little files to find what I want. But overall, I will say that it is nice that they're trying, but they maybe tried too much. As well as the new iOS, they're coming out with macOS. macOS is iOS 10 with a brand new name. Or actually, old name made new, because in the 90s they had macOS and they changed it to OS 10. So they really didn't make it new, they just brought something back that was really good that worked now. They did replace OS 10 with macOS to fall in line with the rest of their so-called names for their platforms. They brought Siri and they brought continuity. Continuity allows you to copy and paste off all your devices into your Mac, and your Mac goes to your iOS devices. And it really will help me as somebody who's very productive and very continually using apps and using my devices to create content as well as communicate and all that, get more stuff done. And being able to overlay certain applications and as well as certain devices will really help me to get that done. As well as the iOS, the macOS, then you have watchOS. Now I am a avid user of my Apple Watch, And recently, it's been pretty hard to continue using it with not a lot of app support and not too much giving me a reason to keep it on. Until now. Apple hit every pressure point for my Apple device when it comes to the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch was very slow. It also didn't have the great connectivity that I really wanted, and it really didn't have all the functions that I was looking for until they released or announced this new OS. First thing that they're going to add into it is background updating, as well as snappier opens of apps. That means when you open the app, it opens immediately and the information you need is right there at your fingertips, and you don't have to wait for the stupid spinny roundy bar that comes in and takes up all your time. With all of this being put into this brand new watch OS, one thing that you have to consider is the battery life. And that's something they didn't actually talk about, which I wanted them to talk about and let me know, because with all this stuff running in the background and these new watch faces and all this new animations, it really can drain that battery really quickly, and it could go from having 21 hours of battery life down to just 8. And I'm really hoping that this has a really good battery improvement based on it, or this could be a problem. Because I really like that they added all these new pressure points and got rid of them. But the one that I still have is my battery life. And that's one thing I like about the Pebble, is that it has 10 days of battery life. Not hours, it's days. And I'm hoping with the Watch 2, they're going to come out with a brand new battery that makes this thing run for days. And we'll have all these great functionalities. So I'm still going to be looking into the fall release of the new Apple Watch to see which one I should go with for better productivity. But right now, I'm sticking with the Apple Watch based just on the software, because if this software is as good as they say it is, it's going to be really good. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is Swift Playgrounds. Swift Playgrounds is going to be an app dedicated for kids, young learners, and old learners who want to learn code. It is going to be a fun interactive app where people can go and type out code, make interactions, make a animated character, do things, and collect gems. I think it's absolutely a genius idea to get kids active in coding. I wish I had this when I was a kid, because that would have been awesome. I would have probably been a developer and not a filmmaker, but I still love what I do here. And I think the kids that are wanting to develop will have a better chance of learning what they need to learn before they get into college and start developing those apps that I absolutely love. Side note, that there was a 9-year-old in the audience at the WWDC, and she was the youngest developer ever to be in WWDC and also get a scholarship from Apple for her achievements. Way to go. So with all of this in WWDC, it's looking pretty good for the fall lineup of devices with having brand new software. What that software will be, we'll have to wait and see. I will see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. And keep classy.